Good afternoon. I've spent the last few days running through volumes 1 through 3 of Hell Mode by Hamuo. This was originally a Japanese light novel, I believe, and it was translated into English. And it's one of those reincarnated in another world series. So the main character, formerly Kenichi, but now called Alan, was originally, I guess, someone who was really into games, like he's in his 30s, but like kind of disillusioned with a lot of modern games because he felt like a lot of them were too easy. Like people have gotten too infatuated with having like shortcuts or like special deals and events and stuff that make it really easy for characters to level up and get stronger. Like he spend some time at the beginning of the book reminiscing about you said like times when game bosses took like teams of 50 people working hard to actually bring them down, and he kind of misses like having to put in that kind of hard work. So when he's looking for a new game to play, like he intentionally searches for something really difficult and gets this advertisement that says that you can play this game in Hell mode, which is like its highest difficulty setting. And it says that I guess in this game it balances the kind of power you can attain with the effort that you're willing to put into it. So basically, the easier it is for a character to level up, the less powerful the class is. So for instance, they have different ranks of swordsman. Like a 1-star one might get stronger pretty fast, but and come from like a wealthy family, but hit their level cap relatively early and not have like as interesting skills. So he picks the hardest class there is, which in this world is called a summoner. Is like their 8-star class, and decides to play it in Hell mode. Only when he makes this choice, he suddenly discovers himself getting reborn, like as a baby in a completely different universe. But as someone who's read a lot of similar light novels, he's not actually terribly surprised. Like he takes it all in stride and starts his new life in this universe with his new family. Like because he's the strongest class that's available, it also means that he's in the lowest social tier, which in this universe is a serf. So let's see. So book 1 focuses on his really, really early years with his parents as a child or toddler, really. So he's learning how the world works, getting to know the family that he's born into, starting to figure out like how his abilities are going to function, like the kinds of things that he can do as a summoner and the kind of requirements he's going to have to meet. But he's also dealing with some of the challenges of just living in this universe. So for instance, the monsters that the villagers have to deal with, or the food shortage problems that they sometimes have. Like people aren't as well fed in this world as in ours. Like meat is a rare and valuable commodity at times. So there's it focuses on a lot of like the more general life challenges and how Alan coming into this family affects how things happen in this village in general. So in this world, the classes that you pick in the RPG game are referred to as talents. So you also have people who don't have talents, so their stats are more normal, I guess. And then everyone gets tested for a talent at the age of 5. So people who have talents tend to get singled out often for better later educational opportunities and professional opportunities, because everyone knows that they are likely to be very strong in whatever field that they are talented in. But anyways, book 2 follows Alan as he goes to join like the service of the Baron of their fiefdom. Like so he enters the noble family as part of their staff, and again continues to work on his abilities and also to start dealing with some of the troubles faced by the family that he's working for. Like he gets to know the Baron's children and starts to get to see more monsters in this world and to also learn more about this world's history. Like it's in book 2 that he finally figures out why like the gods of this universe might have chosen him to be reborn here, like what his bigger purpose is, like why he was reincarnated in the first place. You also get his more of his conflicts, I guess, with some other, like there are actual villain characters in book 2 and also fights with monsters that are strong enough to actually display intelligence. Then finally, we have book 3, at least in the ones I read. This is not the complete series. I think there's a couple more books after this. But book 3 has Alan enrolling at their academy, which is a school that focuses on training people with combat-oriented talents in order to fight the Demon Lord, which is actually like taking over parts of this world and has been causing a great deal of trouble for all like these different allied kingdoms. So it's him attending the school, starting to train in like the dungeons that they have, because this is an RPG based kind of world. They have dungeons with monsters that drop treasure and etc. So he's starting to build his team, like helping his friends get stronger and trying to put together like the set of abilities that he thinks he's going to need in order to defeat the Demon Lord, like when he becomes strong enough. So something I liked. Quite a lot of things that I liked about this, actually. Like I found it a pretty relaxing read, but I guess 2 things that I especially appreciated. One was Alan's attitude. Like I liked how he was not constantly wishing for shortcuts and quick ways to be strong. Like he's patient, works hard, and isn't afraid to put in that effort in order to get to where he wants to be. I also liked how he learned to like he made a lot of points about when he was a gamer, like things he wouldn't have thought much about. For instance, it's not that he doesn't like his parents in the game, but obviously when you're playing a game, like those are kind of more like side characters. But since he's living in this world now, like he starts to learn to see all these different people as important people in his life, and also to look at different things that are valuable like in the world. Like it's not just about leveling up and getting stronger. There's other priorities, like looking after the people that he cares about and making sure that, the world is the kind of world that him and the people he cares about can live in. So I appreciate that process, like as he's starting to become acclimated to this universe. So something I did not like. So I didn't realize before reading this book that there was like a whole series of books based on RPG games, and it keeps interrupting the narrative with updates on the characters' stats. Like it lists out all the different, like intelligence, HP, MP, like etc and like the numbers that come with it, and then like the numbers associated with the skills. Like I get that. I appreciate that Alan uses it to make a lot of like strategic decisions and calculate the things he has to do to be stronger and everything. But as a reader, I found the constant stat updates kind of annoying. But I'm guessing it might just be like a staple of this genre.